Well, good evening, everybody. Steve Perkin, Chief Sales Officer for Healthy Home, and it is a pleasure to spend a few minutes with you this evening. This particular call is all about just learning a little bit about who Healthy Home is, what we're about, and so we have people that are already a part of Healthy Home on this call. We have guests on this call, and really it's just for us to learn a little bit about Healthy Home, who we are, what we represent. And I am joined today by this is an important guest because he is our most recent diamond, SC Tang out of Connecticut, only an hour away from New York. just has been really from the very beginning, has been a part of Healthy Home and is an incredible leader and our newest diamond. And I absolutely love it. And I do want to read this because SC, I'll give you a proper introduction. Dr. SC Tang actually has worked as a professor and a PhD statistician for 20 plus years in the US. And he joined the healthcare industry by starting his own company in 2014. And really his passion is bringing health and wellness to those around him. And one thing I love about this, SC, is just no matter who's watching this, we have had, anywhere from, stay-at-home mothers to seasoned networkers to people that have worked in corporate America to people that have never been in business. And then certainly with you, someone that has a PhD in stats. I love that anyone can do this business, but welcome to the call. And certainly thank you for being a part of this with us, SC.
Thank you, Steve.
Listen, I want to do this. What we're going to do, I think, is we want to go through just kind of a little bit about Healthy Home. And SC, I know you're a good sport. I thought maybe I could just kind of come in and bring you in from your perspective. What makes Healthy Home so unique? And maybe before I kick off this PowerPoint, tell us just your story a little bit about what got you involved in Healthy Home and why you think it's such an incredible opportunity.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Like Steve talk about my background a little bit. I came to US. Maybe he didn't mention about the Malaysia part. That's important.
Very important, yes.
I'm a Malaysian, born and raised in Malaysia, but decided to come over to US. I didn't come over from through a raft or a boat like the Oscar winner, but I did fly in from a real plane. Okay, that was many moons ago. So I got lucky to get my PhD from University of Memphis many years ago, and then started my career as an assistant professor at Louisiana State University Medical Center in New Orleans, and then move on to pharmaceutical a little bit, and move on to a marketing company for quite a few years. Before I started my own company to market a nanotechnology health product. And that can also help people to many range of problems. So we'll just leave it at that. Yeah. And that's how I got into the healthcare wellness industry in 2014. So since then, because I got my foot into the healthcare industry, I got to know many people in this area. A lot of them are network marketers, so they will recommend different products, different companies to me. But most of the time, I just say, "Oh, nah, I have my own product." And then I might just buy the product if I think it's good, or just for my own use, or give it to somebody who might need it. So usually I would not promote other people's product. And until in September 2019, I was introduced to a topical gel that we are quite familiar with. That's when I met Steve. That's where I met Steve. So that gel, supposed to be able to turn back the clock for all of us or most of us, and then help to, bring us back 5-10 years younger, maybe. So I got interested in that, did some research. And so I joined that network marketing company some 3.5 years ago. And So even though I didn't have much network marketing direct sale experience, because before that I really didn't like this area. But I got to the diamond level under Ebing's group within 6 months, so not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all. Not too shabby at all. So bring us up
So
to Healthy Home. Like what, you know, when you were introduced to Healthy Home, what was unique about it that really interested you?
now and then a little over 2 months ago, Yiping gave me a call and say she's moving on to something better. And you know, within a few minutes, she gave me a brief introduction of Healthy Home. You know, Dean and your name came up.
Yeah.
And then you know, and then she, you know, briefly talk about our flagship product, STEM Active. And within a few minutes, I say, I'm in.
Well, for those, it's usually not that easy, right? But it's certainly one where we have networks. And so let me do this, SC. Let me kind of pull this PowerPoint up, and then I think it would be cool if I could just maybe kind of have you interject in a few areas so that people can get a different perspective of kind of who Healthy Home is and what we represent. But Healthy Home, you know, this is where we feel very passionate. We're going to talk a lot about this Healthy Home movement that we have created, and really what it boils down to is our environment. Is the minute you walk out the door, you kind of lose control of your environment. The toxins you put in your body, the amount of processed foods out there, even the things that you see, I think visually, everything, the media, everything you consume is really outside of your control when you leave your home. But when you're in your home, we really feel like that's a place where you can control your environment, you control what you put in your body. And we just think there's so much riding against you. And so what we wanted to do is create a company that sole purpose was in creating healthy homes. And that's really, you'll hear us talk a lot about this movement. And it's to improve health decisions in our homes that can impact our families. And we believe if you impact the home, you can impact communities, and ultimately you could impact the world. Now, I know that's a little lofty, but it's true. I think just like with anything else, I think if you start small and you really focus on the home, well, your ability to make a greater impact around the world significantly changes. And that's really the movement that we've created. And I think that's why people like SC and others have been so excited to be a part of this. And SC, maybe just a quick question there, is that something that excited you, felt like you could get behind that as you were introduced into Healthy Home?
Yes, you know, once I know about STEM Active, which is not, I mean, stem cells is not a new term to me. Yeah. And then I said, well, this is wonderful. We can help to produce or release more stem cells and improve our self-healing ability. That is what we need. Everybody will need that. So, and then the line of products that we will be having in Healthy Home. And so once I learned about that, I said, no, this is wonderful. This is something that I would like to be a part of. And of course, I mean, I haven't met Dean and Amber in person, but I have seen them many times on Zoom. Their energy is just you know,
it's absolutely, it's powerful.
Yes,
in fact,
it's just amazing.
Yeah, that's actually a good segue, because
once I know that they are behind this, I said I would love to be part of their mission.
Yes, and that's exactly right. And that's really what we did. So knowing that we were starting this movement where we were really focused on helping homes and creating healthier homes, we kind of started to put together the team. And there's two parts to this team that's really critically important. First, we've got an executive team that has over 80 years of industry experience. And that industry experience has gone from everything from developing products to developing countries to developing markets. And we've done it at a very successful level. And in conjunction with that, we've partnered with successful leaders. And this is who SC was referring to, our master distributor, Dean and Amber DeGrassi. have built teams all over the world. They've broken out over 400 diamonds. And the reason that's so critically important is the fact that I think that what we're trying to do is something special here, in the sense where we're trying to truly be partners with the sales force or the field and really work with them. A lot of times you kind of have corporate over here and the sales field over here, and there's an energy between there that it doesn't have the same goals. And we knew going in, if we started with the movement of creating healthy homes and got the right partners to help us execute that vision, we could do something extremely successful. And that leads us into our product. And I want to ask you a few questions here, SC, but let me start off here. No different than we said, if we can impact the home, we can impact communities, and we can impact the world. That philosophy really is behind what you refer to, SC, as our flagship, our first product that we launched. It really starts with the cell. If you have healthy cells, you can have healthy organs, and ultimately you can have healthy bodies. And we believe your body is your first home. And so cells being the basic building blocks of all living things, we wanted to really focus on the cell for our first product, because we felt like that was the home of your body. And if we knew we could impact that in a positive way, we could really have something special. And so the cell, your body, is really extremely complex. We talk about cells, we talk about cellular health, but really when it boils down to it, every function of your body really has to do with cells. And as we started to look into different products and different research, we came across this concept of stem cells. Now, stem cells is something we've all heard about, but stem cells basically live in your bone marrow. And what they do is they circulate your body, and they help in the replenishing, the repair of damaged cells in the body, or even just aging cells. And you can see as we age, the amount of stem cells in our body greatly diminishes. You can see a newborn by the time we're 30 to 50, just the amount of stem cells circulating through the body is a fraction of what it was when you're first born. And as we age and these cells quit circulating throughout our body, that's really the aging process. It's the deterioration and decline of cells. And if you can get stem cells into your body, what the stem cell does is it repairs, it renews, and it replaces damaged or dying cells. And so stem cells are critically important to the body, and we actually have them in our bone marrow. Just their ability to be released really diminishes with age. And so what we did is we partnered with the leading research scientist in the world on natural-based stem cell research. This is someone with 36 years of medical research. He spent 23 years of stem cell research. He's actually called the grandfather of stem cell research. He's published 26 papers, authored 3 books, and he helped formulate what we have, which is our first product, which is STEM Active. Now, before I get into the ingredients a little bit, SC, you mentioned this and you talked about STEM Active. What excites you about, and you've got Christian Japot, this research scientist, you've got this product that is, and we're hearing unbelievable testimonials. What really excites you about STEM Active, and why have people been interested as you've shared it with them?
Because like you say, our body is made from cells. So when our cells are healthy, that's how we can be healthy. And if our cells are damaged or have illness or disease, then what can we do to repair them? And from whatever knowledge that I learned, stem cells might be the only way to repair our damaged cells. So in order to remain healthy, the amount of circulating stem cells in our body is extremely important, and that's where this product comes in. The STEM Active, once we take it within a couple of hours, our bodies will release, our bone marrow will release few million more stem cells into the bloodstream, and that's when the repair and renew process will start. And when I ship this product out to my team members around the world, within I started shipping maybe a month ago, and now we already have testimonials rolling in.
Yes.
That's how fast this STEM Actives is working for us. And so, everybody can understand this concept quickly, and they would like to try this product, mainly because to improve their own health, to improve their stem cells once they know, what is the self-healing process, what is needed, and having few millions more stem cells each time we take this product. Hey, that is the biggest selling point.
That's so true. I appreciate you sharing that with us. And you're exactly right. As people have taken this product, we just hear these incredible stories. And one thing I want to mention here is the reason I want to quickly go over these 3 ingredients is because you'll see there's studies attached. Everything that we're saying, SC is saying, that I'm saying, it's not a we think it happens. We actually have studies that prove that it does. And so the 3 key ingredients we've got in this is essentially an aloe out of Madagascar. Christian has done actual studies that show an increase in circulating stem cells. We've got this sea buckthorn out of Tibet, and this blue-green algae, and each one of these has independent studies that show that it does increase the circulation of stem cells. And that's why we feel like this is such a unique, powerful formula that's never been out on the market before in our space. And the fact, I think that's why it's really, really opening a lot of doors and intriguing a lot of people into what we're doing. So how does it work? Essentially, it stimulates the release of pluripotent stem cells. Now, the one cool thing is I like to hold this up and I like to let people know, because people always ask this question, is this stem cells? And when I hold up this bottle, slightly blurry, our product does not contain stem cells. Essentially what it works is it stimulates your body. It activates the signaling to the stem cells in the bone marrow to release into your body. And like C said, we see this massive release of stem cell into the body when you take this product. And what it does is it releases these cells that turn into many different types of cells in the body. That's the purpose of stem cells. And so the more that you have of those in circulation, the more you can contribute to repair and rejuvenation, or essentially, fighting the aging process. It really is one of those things. We've seen this maintains optimal health and this healthy aging. And that's really the testimonials we're hearing about. We have people just feeling better, increased energy. I'm hearing a lot about people getting a deep, restful sleep. Some of those things where you just have damaged cells in the body, it allows those stem cells to do what they do. You're using your natural stem cells that are already located in your body to do what they do best, and that's fight the aging process. So it's really quite an incredible product. And this is what I had wanted to mention, and we talked about earlier. This is not a we think, we hope, we cross our fingers. We actually have clinical research that shows, human clinical research that shows, we see 40 to 60% increase in stem cells, 12 million stem cells in circulation. It really is remarkable research out there. And we really all owe this to Christian Japot. And as a research scientist, he's done all of this because he spent over 20 years researching this and really has found the best ingredients that help activate stem cells in the body. And then, of course, from our quality standpoint, we have this incredible partnership in manufacturing that has every license and certification under the sun, because really what's most important to us is the ingredients, the quality, and what we deliver in our final product is critically important, that we always offer the best, because if we're creating healthy homes, we have to have healthy partners to ensure that we offer the healthiest products. I want to talk a little bit about this, SC, timing. This is something that we talk a lot about. This is an incredible company that's really only been around. We keep joking we're in this pre-launch. It's only been around about, I think we're 2 months now. And really we haven't opened up the company as a whole. We're still in these early phases. But why is that so exciting for you, SC, to be a part of this company in such an infant stage?
Yes, as the saying goes, timing is everything. So, I mean, the last company was like my first entrance into the network marketing business. So even though I entered at a relatively early stage, but it's still, didn't get the correct timing. And with Healthy Home, right now we can get in right at pre-enrollment stage. It's not even pre-launch yet, so it's pre-launch.
Yes.
So, you couldn't be a better timing than this, because once we get started, once we build our team, we might have hundreds and thousands and millions of people under us within the next few months or a couple of years. So with the way our marketing plan is structured, all the points are passed upwards. So if you start at the early stage, especially the pre-enrollment, pre-launch stage, you have a big foot up than everybody else. Your market is much bigger, because right now we are the pioneer, we are the first group.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. See, I think you're the pioneers, and that's kind of what we talk about. There's this kind of concept in business where you have a foundation. This is your early adopters, which moves into momentum, and then you eventually get to stability. And when you look at that foundation stage, I think if I pointed to it, we would be at the very, very far left of that foundation stage. We haven't even started on the foundation, but what that means is it's the ability to you take advantage of all the growth that will happen, not just here in the United States and Canada, but as we go around the world. And so there's a huge opportunity from a timing perspective. And I always love this. I'm like, if you walked into your local grocery store or the local Costco and you yelled out, "I'm with Healthy Home," no one would know what you're talking about. And I love that, which means, from a business standpoint, it just means there's a massive opportunity. No one knows about STEM Active. No one knows about Healthy Home. So as you go out there and you have this opportunity to build a business with Healthy Home and you share this incredible story with others, they will have not heard about it. They will be intrigued by this idea of stem cells, intrigued by this movement of Healthy Home. And I think it really makes a difference in how people are approached. I see you look like you wanted to add something. I thought you were going to jump in.
Yeah, I mean, the opportunity is just unbeatable. There's no better opportunity than what Healthy Home is offering right now. And I always tell the people I talk to, I say, if you want to get into this as a business, or part-time or full-time, or try to get something out of this financially, you cannot find a better opportunity out there, because every company that has been introduced to me previously, they are either at certain point in their the company must be a few years down the road. On some of them might be even further, 5 years, 10 years. And if your next door granny already not using the product, that's where's the opportunity.
Totally. Yeah, I love that, Essie. And I think that is exactly what we're trying to build. And I want to end with this, because I think it's important to note, we are building a company that we want to be around for 10, 20, 30 years from now. Mm-hmm. So many companies are here today, gone tomorrow, and their strategies aren't built that way. And that's really why we have got the proper funding. We have put together the executive team. We've partnered with the right leaders. We have a product strategy that encompasses more of a movement than just a singular product. As he kind of teased, we're going to have additional products here in the short future. Why are we doing all this? We are doing all this because we believe that it's time a company with integrity, a company that wants to do things different, a company that has a long-term vision. We believe that people are ready for that people are attracted to that, because everyone's tired of seeing these companies like this come and go. And we believe if we can be at the forefront of this, a company that is here with the end in mind, we make decisions now that will impact 30 years down the road. That means when you build your business with Healthy Home, or you're just even in love with the product and want to try our products, wherever you lie on that spectrum, we'll be here in 10 years, 20 years, and 30 years to help support you and to make sure that you have a home. And that's really why we say this again and again. We are creating a home for people, somewhere where people can be in years to come, in decades to come, even, give to your grandchildren in the future, is the company we're trying to create. And we just feel like that's something that we're passionate about, because we're tired of particularly companies in our industry kind of come, go, make a little money, move on. And from our side, we're trying to create something that we really believe can be here for decades to come. So with that, SC, anything else you want to share with this wonderful group we've got?
Well, I mean, I'm couldn't be happier to join Healthy Home. Thanks, Yibing, for this opportunity. Thanks, Dean and Amber, for kicking this off. And looking forward to meeting everybody and be part of the team. I think this will explode globally within a very short time.
I could not agree more. Well, so Dr. Tang, he earned that PhD degree. So Dr. Tang, thank you so much for your time. And anyone that is on this call, really the purpose of this is just to tell you a little bit about who we are as a company, what we represent. We wanted to highlight and introduce our newest diamond, Dr. Tang, and that's why we had him on this call. So this is who we are. This is what we're about. And what it really comes down to is talk to the person that invited you to this call. And we say this, welcome home. This is where we want your home to be. And I hope everyone has a lovely evening. Thanks, everybody.